sounds like Jakob is back in. What do you like about the kind of the combinations that you had changed up from yesterday?
Still trying to figure out the combinations, to be dead honest with you. I'm not sure what we'll go with tonight. We might even, a little bit of it's a huge unknown of where Jakob's at. He hasn't played all year, so it doesn't matter the level of player. I think it's really difficult to jump right in. You're not ingrained in the systems. You're not, all that stuff. So we have to play with that a little bit and see where the best fit for the line is in the short term and long term for the rest of the year. So we'll see.
And then with DeKeyser, did you have any conversation with him yesterday before the waiver move?
I've had conversations with Danny. Yep.
How did he kind of take it?
Listen, I don't think anybody likes getting waived. Danny's been an excellent pro here. He's done an excellent job for the Detroit Red Wings over a long period of time. Very, very probably underrated even within our fan base, and the impact he's had here from when he first got here as a D-man right out of Western Michigan. He's a great pro. He's worked extraordinarily hard trying to get his back to a spot to where he can play to the level that he was prior to that. He's in the weight room longer than anybody before and after. So, I've got the utmost respect for Danny as a person, as a player. Unfortunately, he had a major surgery that has, has affected him. He's still at times been an effective player for us. And ultimately, we're in a business where you got to make hard business decisions, and that one was made. But certainly I have tons of respect for Danny. Yep.
Daniela Bruce.
Coach, by no means am I trying to spin a negative that Jacob Vrana is back in the lineup, but you've talked before about how careful you have to be when you're splitting up like certain lines. Obviously, your top two lines have been really successful. So how hard is that decision on where you're going to slot Vrana?
Well, we've had a little bit of movement in the Larkin line. We've had Zadina there. We've had obviously Bert there. We've had Nemestikov there. So that one's kind of been used to, moved around. We've kept Raymond and Larks together. Bert and Fabs and Suter have had moments of being really, really good. A lot of moments of being really good. Not quite as good here lately. I think Bert and Fabs have pretty good chemistry. So I'll have to, see if it affects it or not. Ultimately, Bert's done a really good job off Larkin's line, and so I'm fine with keeping him off the line. So we'll see. I think there's always, to your point, it's like when you make a trade at the trade deadline, it doesn't always fit seamlessly. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. When a guy comes off an injury like this, it's even harder because again, you don't really totally know how he's going to react to being in these game situations. So that's where I'm going to be fluid tonight. Might try different line combinations as we go through the game without turning it into, I think what's Mickey call it, a blender. Without turning it into a blender, we'll try some different line combinations and see if we can catch a little bit of chemistry on one of them.
Carly Johnston.
I know we talk a lot about how shots on net don't exactly mean they're good scoring opportunities, but the past couple of games, offense has not been able to produce some shots on net. So what has to change in order to be able to get helps on that? Yeah,
well, I would say I'm not downplaying shots. I'm just saying shots I think dictate what people's view of the game is probably too greatly. If that's the way it always seems to happen. If the one team has a ton of shots, everybody equates that to they must have played great. Sometimes they just have a really good shooting mentality, and I think shooting mentality is important. I'm not downplaying that either. The two games were different, I guess. Certainly the game in Tampa, we played a lot better than the game in Florida. The game in Florida, we didn't touch the puck hardly. So, that just, we got to play better. We got to win more battles. We have to do, we didn't forecheck at all. We weren't able to create any turnovers. We just never had the puck. So, I thought the one in Tampa, we turned down opportunities to shoot the puck. And there's a huge difference in those, when you get in scoring areas, you have to shoot it. And I do think that, we have to continue to mature and grow as a team and value the chaos that a shot creates. And I think there's been areas of growth, and I think we're continuing to grow. I think we value the puck a little bit better now than we did 2 months ago. I think we're defending a little bit better, but we certainly have to continue to learn the value of the shot.
You talked about stopping bleeding in regards to the special teams. Is that something you guys focused on yesterday ahead of tonight's game?
Yeah, you know, it was interesting. I thought both were going fairly good for a while, and then since we came back kind of from that All-Star break, our PKs, the pucks have gone in, and you know what happens. Sometimes your structure's fine, the puck goes in, and it eats away your confidence. And next thing you know, you're going on the ice, and you know you're almost waiting to get scored on. And so our PK, you know, has to get back to, we just got to find a way to kill this first penalty that we're going to end up having to kill. And we just got to build off that. You know, I thought what plagued us in Florida, I actually thought we had a good mentality to start that. We made a mistake in the neutral zone and they scored. And then the next time we just had the puck on our stick and we couldn't clear it. And it's not, you know, it's just probably a matter of bearing down and winning the battle and making sure that we clear it. So, you know, that's certainly a focus. We can't get out specialty teams, so the PP and PK go hand in hand. I would say, you know, if you look at percentages over the last stretch, our PP has actually been fairly good. The last two games haven't been good enough, but it's actually been fairly good if you take the last 15, 20 games. You know, so we gotta stay with it. You know, I'm hoping in addition of a guy like Jakob Vrana, can help the Letty unit become more dangerous too. And you know, he is a guy that he's unique. I was reading about Tyler Toffoli and Daryl Sutter was talking about, you know, the goal scorers are unique, that they can score in one shot. That's one thing that Jakob can do. And when you have that, it might be a bad power play, but you still score just because he can shoot it in the net. And so we'll see.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Answer Khan.
Yeah, Jeff, you might have just answered my question just about Vrana providing a boost on the power play, just giving guys just another shooter there. I mean, how important is that?
Critical. Like I said, you know, like he's a guy that you know, we've had a decent amount of chances on that second unit. We just haven't scored. And he's a guy that, you know, with similar chances, the puck probably goes in a little bit more. He's a really, really elite shooter. You know, one of the best ones I've seen, you know, at our level. So hopefully that can help us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Ted Colfin.
Hey, Jeff, I mean, it's a little bit of a different situation, but have you guys talked to him about, hey, you don't have to come in here and be a savior at this point of the season or anything. Just, you know, just get back into shape and just do your thing and play some hockey here these final couple months.
Yeah, no, I don't think he has any expectation that he has to be the savior. I just think he wants to play and be a part of it. And you know, the savior for us will be our hockey team. There'll never be an individual player that's going to, you know, continue to push us over to a better spot. It's going to be our team in totality, and he can be a piece of that. And certainly he can be a unique piece in the sense that I talked about. He can score, but he's just got to come in and play and honestly have fun playing hockey. And you know, he's been out a long time. It's hard, way harder, I think, than people realize when you're in that long-term injury situation where, you know, it gets super lonely and you know, you're driven by what you do, and he hasn't had a chance to do it. So I think hopefully he can come in, just have some fun, play the right way, and help us be a better team.
What's the toughest thing? Just the timing for him, you think, or what?
Every player's different, you know, and every injury is a little different. I would just say probably timing, you know, and just your instincts, you know, what to do in situations. You don't get to ramp it up in preseason and get those instincts down, you know, from a systematic standpoint. So, you know, but that's where he's just got to play. He can't put undue pressure on himself and just go play.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
That's it for us this morning. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.